The Ant and the Grain of Wheat. In a bustling meadow, there lived a hard-working ant named Andy. Every day, Andy and his fellow ants worked tirelessly to gather food for the winter. They would march in long lines, carrying leaves, seeds, and other bits of food back to their anthill. Andy was proud of his work, but one day, he found something that caught his eye. A big, shiny grain of wheat. The grain was much larger than anything Andy had ever carried. It was heavy, and Andy knew it would be difficult to take back to the anthill. But he also knew that it would provide a lot of food for his family during the cold months, so he decided to give it a try. Andy struggled to lift the grain. It was so heavy that it made his little legs shake. He tried pushing it, pulling it, and even rolling it, but nothing seemed to work. The other ants noticed Andy's struggle and began to gather around him. "Why are you wasting your time on something so big?" one ant asked. "There are plenty of smaller things you can carry." But Andy was determined. "If I can get this grain back to the anthill, it will feed us for a long time," he said. Seeing Andy's determination, the other ants decided to help. Together, they worked as a team, each ant taking a turn pushing or pulling the grain. Slowly but surely, they moved the grain toward the anthill. The journey was tough, but with each other's help, they made progress. Finally, after what felt like hours, the ants reached the anthill. They carefully stored the grain inside, knowing it would be a precious source of food during the winter. Andy and his friends were exhausted, but they were also proud. They had accomplished something great by working together. As the ants settled down for the night, Andy realized an important lesson. No matter how big the challenge, it can be overcome with determination and teamwork. From that day on, whenever the ants faced a difficult task, they remembered the time they moved the giant grain of wheat, and they knew they could achieve anything as long as they worked together. The end.